Hello everybody, this is Adrian for WapCar.my and I'm all about the details. Today I'm here at Great Wall Motors Malaysia's USJ flagship 4S Centre grand opening to test drive the Haval H6. So let's go! Right, so we're now seated inside the H6. I have my colleague Sanjay taking out the first leg of this drive. This is going to be a very brief first drive impressions. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys just a quick rundown on how the H6 SUV, what I think is Great Wall Motors' most important model for the Malaysian market. First things first, the engine. Okay, it's powered by a 1.5 litre turbocharged hybrid petrol engine, giving a combined output of 243 horsepower, 530 Newton meters of torque. This will make it the most powerful C-segment SUV in Malaysia, more powerful than the Honda CR-V Turbo, Proton X70 and all that jazz. Because this being a hybrid with an electric motor, so it just gives that kind of instant torque as well as fuel saving properties. Right, so key features on this particular model, we don't have the full specifications on the variants and all that, but I assume this will be the range topping model. So you can see that it runs the full LED headlamps, the nice front grille. It rides on 19-inch alloys, and what's surprising is that it's running on the Hankook Ventus Evo 3 SUV rubbers. So this is the kind of sportier tires, which I think is definitely necessary to tame the 530 Newton meters of torque. Now, as for the interior features, you can see immediately there's a large panoramic glass roof, and here I'm seated on the black interior. I think first impressions on the H6 SUV is that this car, it's very nicely laid out and it uses a lot of premium touches in terms of the materials. And I love how the cabin is very minimalistic design, it's very easy to read, and over to the center it just looks so expensive right here, especially on the gear knob, which uses a swivel toggle, which, yeah, quite nice. And I appreciate that Great Wall Motors in the H6, they have a physical button on the climate control panel, which is easy for quick access for your climate control, some of your parking sensors. So yeah, this is quite nice. In terms of the overall feel, I think this is a very pleasant cabin to be in, very expensive looking, and for the price that you're asking, we're expecting it to be about Honda CR-V kind of price point. I think this will serve a very interesting alternative for those who are looking for a C-segment family SUV. So as a passenger just cruising along, I think a few things that I've noticed, key takeaways, is that it's a very refined cabin. It's very quiet. The outside noise is very nicely insulated. Road noise, ambient noise, everything is all very well insulated, and that is a big plus point for me. And another thing is that the suspension setup, it's more of a continental feel. What I mean by continental feel is that it gets the kind of firm assurance as you go over dips and bumps, but it's not jarring. Like, the seats are very comfortable, so I think this plays a part in terms of filtering all of the kind of jolts and whatnot. But overall, this is just a very pliant SUV. Plush, comfort-wise is good. I mean, it's what you expect. Think of it as a Continental car, that kind of quality. That's a very good kind of ride quality that I think a lot of Malaysians would appreciate. If you come from a Japanese kind of make, you probably will feel that, oh, this is a little bit stiffer, but if you're coming from a Continental car, I think this will meet kind of all of your expectations. Okay, over here you get a widescreen display with all your important information, and I think one thing is that this screen is very fluid, very crisp, and you have very large icons for you to just quickly press around buttons. This is all your driving information and all of that. So this car comes with the full suite of semi-autonomous driving feature level 2, so you get your adaptive cruise control. Yeah, I mean, full suite of ADAS is expected from a C segment kind of premium offering. This screen My only gripe with this is that it takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of how the controls are all laid out. I think this is a very Chinese car characteristics, that it takes a little bit of time because how they do it is the operating system, everything is all very built in-house, developed in-house. I think, yeah, it takes a little bit of time to use to, but it's okay because it comes with the all-important Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you just plug in your phone, everything's all connected, you are good to go. Okay, into the driver's seat of the Haval H6, the first and most important thing is to experience the 530 Nm of torque. Okay, what surprised me is that it doesn't give you that kind of kick in the back. It's more of a surge. So this kind of power delivery is very linear. It's great for being in a setting of a family SUV. If it was a sedan hatchback, I would expect it to be sporty, like boom, kick in the back like what you get in VAG cars. But this one here, it's more of a linear, gradual, and you feel the wealth of torque throughout the entire rev range. And I think we have to put it to the WapCar 0-100 test to actually tell you where does it sit in benchmark, but very, very good feeling. Another thing is that the brakes has a very easy to modulate kind of calibration. So it's just linear, it's smooth, it's not the kind of where you tap on it. Being a hybrid, it doesn't tap and then you get jolt or you get a shock. Yeah, so overall, combined with how the suspension works, how the steering feels, the steering comes with 3 different modes, comfort, normal, as well as sport. Right now I'm in comfort. And yeah, this is just a very nice, easy to modulate SUV. But my colleague has pointed out that this car feels very big, and seated in the driver's seat, yes, I do feel that. I do feel that its size. This is actually quite big because the entire cabin is very, you know, the dashboard layout and all that is very tall, high. You get a very nice cocoon feel, so you feel like you're in quite a big car. There's a huge dip coming up. Wonderful, the suspension, wonderful. Okay, few things. I love the suspension. I love the brake calibration. Power-wise, very linear. This is just a very easy SUV to have, and if you're driving this on long distance drives, balik kampung and all that, this will be very, it's a very pleasant SUV to be in. So yeah, first impressions, very positive. Alright, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a very brief first impressions of the Haval H6 SUV. I think this is a very impressive car, a very impressive product. The first drive experience, I think the key takeaway points is that it's very quiet, it's very smooth, and the power delivery is very linear, and most importantly, the comfort levels are actually very, very up there. So this is a car that all of us should really look forward to try to chase it. But yeah, now we just await for the launch price of the Haval H6. Okay, so that's it for me today. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.